The Parthenon was used as an arsenal during the Turkish occupation. The temple dedicated to Goddess Athena was hit by a shell. The explosion left the building in a ruin.
They are getting the regular half-hour guided tour. Me? I'm being shown the Parthenon by an expert, Professor Hamish Grant, head of the Archaeological Department of London University.
Just so you won't die of thirst.
Thanks.
Shall we go on?
Professor Grant, do you mind if I'm frank?
Not at all.
Well, I have already learnt more about the Parthenon than I care to know.
Simon, my boy, now what you need is archaeological background. Now, I'm doing some excavating at Kairos, a village in the mountains. It's absolutely fascinating. Why not come along and see for yourself?
Well...
Well, you're on holiday. You've nothing better to do, have you? You can even help with the excavations. Now, come back to the hotel, and I'll tell you how to get there.
You, sirs, a pretty picture.
No, thanks.
Take one of him, and I'll have it. It'll tickle my students pink next term far more than the relics. A classical pose of Simon Templar.
Somewhere, Aristides?
Joe, listen, I can explain everything.
About the $15,000?
Joe, Dan owed me the money, honest he did.
So why did you steal it? Why didn't you just ask him for it? Dan always pays his debts. Especially when they're legitimate. You know, you led me quite a chase. New York, London, Athens. I wanted to give up, but Dan says, no, it's a question of principle. Now, where is it?
Joe, I don't have it, honest.
Where is it?
I spent it.
Oh, you have, huh?
Yeah.
What's this big interest in cameras all of a sudden?
Hobby, Joe.
Yeah? Get over and face the wall. Move. Oh, clever, these Greeks.
You bet you we Greeks are clever.
Yes, Sophia?
Put it in the till.
Sophia, you made the old man pay?
Papa, this is a business.
My business. Melas has had a bad year. He cannot afford to buy his drinks.
Ah, but he can. And he did. And from now on, everyone does. You promised.
Keep your voice down.
I won't.
Sophia, there are customers.
Customers? You call these cronies of yours customers? When did they last pay for a drink?
That's enough!
Oh, they'll be back as soon as they're thirsty. But first, they can learn to use this. The Greeks have been using it for thousands of years. We invented it.
Sophia, it isn't good to be too outspoken.
Oh, so, Nico, you give free stamps in your post office, huh?
No, I lose my job.
Another 6 months of giving credit and we lose this hotel.
I have to get back to work.
You had no right to insult them.
Oh, Papa, look! Look at this place!
What's wrong with it?
Falling to pieces!
This is my hotel. I run it as I please.
Sure! Run it right into the ground!
They're here in the square.
I don't care! We haven't got any money! You fight with half the village, the other half are such good friends of you, will live off you!
Am I interrupting? Professor Hamish Grant has reserved a room for me.
Oh, you must be Mr. Templar.
That's right.
I am Sophia. Please forgive us. A little disagreement.
Think nothing of it.
Take your luggage.
Oh, it's very nice.
Are you an archaeologist too?
Heaven forbid. No, I'm just an old friend of Professor Grant's. He more or less conned me into coming down here to see his excavations.
Oh. Mr. Templar, I am most sorry for what happened downstairs.
Family row?
We don't usually quarrel in front of the guests, and it doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
You see, my father is a very generous man, and sometimes to be generous is not good for business.
Well, I would say almost always it's not good for business.
Oh, it's not his fault. You see, he belongs to the land. He used to own a vineyard. And all in 1 year, my mother died. The whole crop was wiped out by vine pest.
I'm sorry.
He just never had the heart to replant it all again. He sold out, and he bought this hotel. It was the wrong thing for him to do.
I wouldn't say that.
He had so many debts. It would be a miracle just to keep going.
You never know, Sophia. Something may turn up.
Another earthquake?
You still want to marry her? Hey, what's the matter? You think I get killed?
A telegram.
For me?
You are Stavros Ioannidis? It's from someone called Aristides Corrales.
Aristides Corrales, a Protestant actress.
Isn't he your nephew, the rich one from San Francisco?
Yes, he's my sister's son.
Papa? What is it?
Your cousin Aristides is back in Greece. He's arriving here tomorrow.
Cousin Aristides here! Oh, exciting! He's very rich. Everyone in America is rich.
I'm not interested in his money.
But aren't you happy? He's your nephew, Aunt Athena's son. Oh, it'd be wonderful having him here.
That remains to be seen.
No, we must get to work. Clean the place up. Oh, Mr. Templar, you were right. Something did turn up.
Naturally, Mr. Temple, it's entirely up to you.
But the other room is very nice. It overlooks the square.
You want the penthouse suite for cousin Aristides, is that it?
Well, he is the family.
And wealthy.
It's not because of that, Mr. Temple. I told Sophia we got no right to ask you to move.
Oh, think nothing of it. It'll be my pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Templar. I will move everything for you. You need do nothing yourself.
Sophia, put this with the others, will you please?
Yes, Professor.
Lunch at 12.
I'll bring it to the side.
Good. Ah, careful, lassie. Spend half the night gluing the thing together.
Well, you must be a wizard at jigsaw puzzles.
You all set, Simon?
Ready and waiting.
Good.
Professor, look!
Oh, man, this is a great find. Simon, come with me. Just as I thought. Just as I thought. Now, we think these fragments came from a feed pipe leading from a cistern here to a communal bathhouse. And judging by the contours, this is the probable site. And if our calculations are correct, we ought to strike it rich any day now. Unfortunately, it's rather like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Lunchtime, Professor.
Already? The morning's flown by.
Not for me. I just can't wait until Aristides gets here.
Well, it looks like the village of Kairos is in for an exciting time. What with the professor about to strike it rich, and cousin Aristides arriving from America.
Am I on the right road for Kairos?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a hotel run by a guy called Stavros Cyanides.
Aristides!
You know me, baby?
You are Aristides. I'm your cousin.
My cousin?
Yes. Sophia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. They showed me some photographs of you. You were just a kid. But you've, built out a bit since then.
We got your telegram this morning. We're expecting you.
Great. So what are we waiting for? What's the matter with you, Uncle? You act like you don't remember me.
I don't forget the son of my sister, though I think maybe you forgot me when your mother died.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think you know.
Papa, the wine.
The drinks are on me. Care to join us, Tumbler?
Thanks.
Yasu.
May I ask what brings you back?
Needed a break.
From what?
I was a partner in a jukebox outfit. I sold my shares.
You make jukeboxes?
I owned them. Stacks of them in places like drugstores, pool halls.
It's quite a tough business one way or another, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like you need a new model yourself. Who's top of the pops this week, Rudy Valley?
You must be tired. I'll show you to your room.
I can't wait to be shown my room. Here.
Quite frankly, I'm surprised you don't show him the door.
His family.
What do you mean about being forgotten when your sister died?
I loaned her money when she and her husband emigrated to America. Often she wrote to me how she was saving a little each week to repay me. And then she died.
And you think Aristides helped himself?
The money was there. Somebody had it. Aristides was always dishonest, even as a child.
My father, he never talked about you much.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Pardon?
No, nothing. Look, tell me about yourself. You got a lot of boyfriends?
One.
What's his name?
Nico.
Oh, yeah? What's he do?
He's general manager, in charge of the post office.
Big deal.
Aristides, tell me about America.
Kid, you should see it. New York's fabulous. All the dough, the big cars, buildings. Everything's done fast and efficient. The girls, clothes, you know, the whole deal. Look, honey, don't get me wrong, but for instance, in New York, a girl wouldn't be seen dead in a dress like that. Know what I mean?
Oh. Is it wrong?
Nah, it's all right.
Oh, please, tell me what is wrong with it.
Well, it's a little, plain. You need something to, Here, I got the very thing. Something to flash you up a little. Like it.
You're joking. Surely it isn't for me.
You turn around, baby, and see.
Oh, Aristides, it's magnificent.
You like it, huh?
Oh, Papa, look what Aristides gave me. Isn't it beautiful?
Go downstairs, Sophia.
But, Papa, look.
Downstairs at once. Your towels.
Sure they're not wet blankets?
Keep your hands off her, Aristides.
Well, take it easy, Pop, will you? All I did was give her a present.
I'm warning you, Aristides. Leave her alone. Hurt that child, and I kill you.
Isn't it beautiful?
I think it's charming.
It makes you look like a street girl in Athens.
Nico!
It's cheap and it's vulgar, and that's what he is.
He's nothing of the sort, and he's my cousin.
You oughtn't to accept gifts from someone like him.
Oh, stop treating as a child. You're like my father. At least Aristides knows how to give a woman a present, even if you don't.
Simon! Simon, I was right. This is the greatest day of my life. Okay.
Look what we've turned up. Almost certainly Minoan. See, the hairstyle. The realism. Look, the beading on her dress.
It's beautiful.
Exquisite.
It's too bad you won't be allowed to keep it.
Why not? You found it?
All archaeological discoveries of any value automatically become the property of the Greek government.
She's got a lousy figure. What's it made out of?
Gold.
Gold? You're kidding.
No, solid gold.
Doesn't that music ruin your digestion? Haven't you got any records out of this century like Twist, Bossa Nova, huh?
I keep asking Papa to buy some.
The gibbering of uncivilized apes. Heaven forbid in a place like this.
Forget it, Professor. Living behind the times is your speciality.
Possibly.
Tell you what, just to show somebody can live it up around here, how about opening a bottle of champagne? Just to celebrate the professor's discovery.
Be wonderful.
What about you, Templar? You look like a guy that's used to drinking champagne. Uncle Stavros, fetch a bottle of champagne. Put it on my bill.
If we have it, it'll be on the house.
Please yourself. Cigar?
No, thanks. Cigars, champagne. Nothing but the best, eh?
Yeah, the standard of living's higher in America. Besides, Big Dan always used to...
Who?
Big Dan. Friend of mine. Great party thrower. Hey, Professor, what about the little lady on the table? After all, it's her we're supposed to be celebrating, isn't it? Where is she?
Locked in the safe.
Frightened somebody will pinch her?
It's happened before.
Aristides, you haven't told us. Did you do well in your business in America?
That was easy for me. I was mixed up in a lot of things, a lot of important business deals, you know. When I left New York, I had $15,000 cash.
Sounds marvelous. Like a dream.
You're so right.
Are you going back to America?
Could be. How about a toast? To my little cousin, Sophia.
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 Thank you.
How about you, Uncle Stavros? Life must be pretty tough in this backwater jerk town, huh?
Oh, I can't complain. I had the large vineyard when everybody was paying the high prices for land around here. But I realized that it would not always be like that. So I sold the vineyard. And then presently when the prices, they start to come down, I buy the hotel. It gives me something to do and I enjoy it. I've got plenty.
Is that so?
Roughly about the same amount as you have in dollars. 450,000 drachmae.
Papa.
Of course, we don't make a fortune from the hotel, but then we don't spend much. We don't need fine clothes and such thing.
Well, aren't you the dark horse? What'd you do with all this money? Shove it under the mattress?
And then when Sophia and Nico get married, I'm going to make them a present of the hotel.
Papa.
What you plan to do then? Retire? Travel, maybe?
Oh, no, I shall buy a piece of land on the hillside and start a new vineyard. Around here, we call it the Sun's Apron. Oh, it's an ideal spot.
Yes. Ideal.
What's eating her?
She thinks her father's too generous. Crying won't help.
Stupid, empty boasting. 400,000 drachmae. We can't even pay our bills.
Sophia, Your father felt well on the defensive. His pride was hurt.
Mr. Templar, I love my father, but he is a fool.
A little boasting's harmless enough.
Harmless? Aristides will never help us now. All this talk of buying a vineyard. Lies. Oh, stupid lies. Aristides only has to open his eyes and look around. What will he think of us now?
It doesn't matter what Aristides thinks. He's a liar and a cheat.
What?
When your aunt died in America, Aristides held on to money meant for your father. It was a loan she intended to repay.
I don't believe it.
Your father told me.
There you are, Professor.
Thank you. You're, giving her a bit of a shine-up, huh?
She has to look her best when she goes to Athens.
Then you hand her over to some fusty old museum.
Yes.
Just like that.
Huh? What else would you expect?
Prof, it's made of solid gold.
Well?
Suppose you were to smuggle it out of the country.
What?
Could be melted down.
Smuggled? Melted down? Are you serious?
Smuggled out and sold as she is, then.
Well, I dare say there are crooked dealers about, but...
So what would they pay?
Thousands, I expect.
How many thousands?
Who can say? 50? 100,000?
That much, huh?
Mr. Corrales, I hope you're not serious about this.
No, Prof. Just kidding.
Good night, gentlemen. I'll leave you to the glories of ancient Greece and your keen student. Good night.
Oh, you know your things have been moved to room 6, Mr. Templar.
Yes, I do. Thanks. Good night.
Good night.
So, when will you be taking it to Athens, Prof?
At the weekend?
Well, good night, Professor. Thanks for all the interesting information.
You're welcome. Good night.
You finished now, Professor?
Thank you, yes. Make sure the safe's securely locked.
Ah, don't worry. You can keep the key yourself for the next few days, if you like.
Forgive the intrusion.
What you doing in my room, Templar?
Well, as you probably heard until this morning, it was my room. In the switch, I forgot this.
I don't remember seeing a toothbrush.
Would have fallen down behind the washstand.
If I thought you were looking through my things, Templar.
Would you care to go through my pockets for stolen valuables? Sleep well.
Hold on, please.
Look, if you don't have a booth, kid, would you mind beating it for a moment? This is private. Hello, Gogo?
Morning. Morning.
Good morning. Your coffee.
Thank you.
The professor left an hour ago. Are you going up to the site?
No, I think I'll take a little look around the village this morning.
Oh, there's not much to see. Aristides may be a loudmouth, but he's right. We live in a dump.
Then why not fix it up?
I intend to. Very soon.
Mr. Ioannidis, it's none of my business, and I don't mean to intrude. But you are broke.
Who says so?
Sophia.
She has no right to discuss my affairs with you.
I know, but she did. And so putting two and two together, if Aristides owes you money, why not face him with it?
You think I would go crawling to him for a few $100?
A few $100 will do it up round here.
Never. If he pays, he pays. But I don't go crawling to a man like that.
Man, is it always this hot?
Why not take your jacket off?
Look like the other peasants. Hey, Uncle Stavros, how about a nice, long, cool drink, huh?
I fix it for you.
Did I hear you mention that you were going to Locarnos tomorrow?
I go there every week for supplies. I should be passing through your old village. You want to come?
On a donkey cart? Oh, thanks. I reckon I'll just rest in my seat right here.
That's the number he asked me to get.
Athens, eh?
The man he spoke to seemed like an old friend.
Well, what else do you hear? You must have had your head through those bars.
This man Gorgo is coming from Athens to meet Aristides here in Kyros tonight.
Oh.
A wartime keepsake, huh? Yeah, I guess I might have been a partisan, too, if I hadn't emigrated. How many Nazis did you kill?
I don't talk about it.
Oh? What's the idea of having it on show, then?
It's not on show. Be careful, it's loaded.
You know something? With all that money you got, you can't be too careful. You got any bandits left over around these parts?
We have a few bandits. How long do you intend to stay here?
I hadn't decided.
You don't like our village or our hotel, and yet you remain. Why?
I found Athens was a little warm. It's cooler up here in the mountains, at least at night.
Aristides, you were great. I heard you were in Athens. I saw Joe Martin the other night. He had his arm in a sling. He asked me if I'd seen you. Of course, I said no. The truth.
Well, Joe Martin's got nothing to do with me asking you to come up here.
So good. What's it all about?
Gold statuette. About so high. Solid gold, man.
You kidding?
It's in a safe at my uncle's hotel. I've seen it with my own eyes.
What's that?
Shut up. That's it.
About this statuette.
My uncle's going to Locarnos for supplies. The only two guests at a hotel will be up at the excavation site.
There's this broad, Sophia. She takes some of my lunch around noon. I'll go with her to make sure she doesn't come back too soon. When she's left the hotel, you go in there and bust the safe. It's 1,000 years old, man. Gargo, you could crack it with a rusty fork. Now, this is the way I see it, man. Hey, Sophia.
You call me Aristides?
Yeah. Your father gone to the market?
Yes.
What about Templar?
Oh, he's gone down to the excavation site.
Come here, I want to talk to you.
What about?
I thought we might take a little walk together when you take the lunch up to the excavation. You mind?
Suppose not. But why?
Been thinking.
Huh?
That vineyard your father keeps talking about. It's up in the mountain, isn't it?
Yes.
It's for sale?
Yes.
What do you say if your father and I bought and went into business?
That might be very good.
Good. I'd like to see the vineyard. You show it me?
Yes, of course. I'll be leaving here around noon.
Great. I'll tag along.
Sophia!
It's Nico.
Don't be all day, baby.
Where are you going?
Delivering lunch.
With him?
He asked if he could come. Oh, Nico, don't be so stupid. After all, he is my cousin.
As you are. It's open season on safecrackers.
Who are you? The police?
Well, just an art lover.
How did you know I would be here?
Well, Aristides and I are working together. We needed someone to open the safe, and you were selected.
You mean we are splitting 3 ways?
No, 2 ways. You are being left out.
I might have known.
Whining, bad luck. Now, talk.
I got nothing to say.
Maybe you'll talk to the police then.
You wouldn't turn me in.
Why not? You've served your purpose, and Aristides wants to get rid of you.
I might have known. Always he does that. He did the same in the States. The same with the guy in Athens, Joe Martin.
Suppose you tell me all about it. Right from the beginning.
Hey, Aristides! Where's Sophia?
I said I know.
She left with you. By now she's usually back.
Okay, so she's late.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe she's picking wildflowers. Now quit yapping on my heels, will you? Make me sick.
Have a nice walk?
Yeah, sure.
What's the matter? You surprised or something?
No, I just thought you'd be at the excavation site, that's all.
No, I changed my mind. Where's Sophia?
Why does everybody keep asking me where Sophia is? How should I know?
You sure you feel all right?
I feel fine.
Oh, what's that mark on your cheek? Touch the midday sun?
Isn't it time for lunch, Professor?
Sophia is never late. Can't think what's held the lassie up.
Professor, I think we go down to the
the village for lunch.
Oh, now, I'm sure Sophia will be here any minute.
Professor! Professor, is Sophia here?
No, we've been waiting for her.
She didn't come with your lunch?
No, not yet.
She left the village an hour ago, Professor. Something's happened to her. Look, I found this in the clearing halfway up. She was with that cousin of hers. He done something to her. I know it.
Look, I told you. We came up here, stopped to talk for a while. Then she went out to the excavation site. I went down to the village.
You're lying.
Look, kid, I've had about enough of you. You better watch what you're saying.
Why did you come here in the first place?
She came to show me the vineyard her father's buying.
You see, he is lying. Simon.
Lunch basket.
You attacked her!
I did not!
All right, Aristides. Then how did you get that mark on your cheek?
I bumped it on a rock.
I'll kill you if you hurt her. I'll murder you.
Never laid a hand on her. I don't know what's going on around here. Maybe she just threw those things out of the basket. Well, there must be some explanation. Bandits or something. Well, maybe she's down in the village right now.
She'd better be.
Miko, what is it? What's happened?
Sophia's disappeared.
Disappeared?
And we found these. Bottles broken, food strewn around, and her necklace. Look.
Aristides saw her last.
Aristides? I warned you to keep your hands off her.
I never touched her. And I don't have to take this sort of thing from a bunch of wooden-headed village idiots.
Why don't we all go inside?
Look, I had nothing to do with this. I swear I didn't. Look, I don't know who's behind it, but it's not me.
Stavros boasted he had money.
And he believed him.
So you worked out a kidnapping?
What do you mean, worked out a kidnapping? With who?
With your accomplice.
What accomplice?
His name's Gorgo. Ask him. Why the artillery?
That's my business.
Honest men don't carry guns.
Look, for the last time, I had nothing to do with Sophia running off. I'm just a quiet, respectable businessman come back to see his hometown. That's all there is to it.
We will give my nephew the benefit of the doubt. All of you go and search. Look on the mountain, the north clearing, the sun's apron. Get help. Aristides, every man in this village shot traitors during the war. We do not mind killing another. Anything?
No, nothing.
We look everywhere for her.
This is like a lynch mob. I mean, it's not justice.
You deserve justice.
Doesn't everybody?
Why don't you tell him about Gorgo?
You told him to come to Kiros. I heard you say it.
Why, Aristides?
There was a stranger in the village today. I saw him.
Man about so high? Dark complexion? Bow tie?
Yes, that is the man.
So a guy came to look me up. I knew him in New York.
He was deported from the States, wasn't he?
You crazy?
Aristides, I wish you'd stop saying that. You're beginning to make me mad. You were almost deported yourself, weren't you?
That's a lie.
Oh?
What are those?
Well, these are clippings from American newspapers. Aristides is quite an ego. Likes reading about himself. Did you know your nephew had served 3 terms of imprisonment? 1 for graft. Then another for extortion. And 1 case of abduction.
Abduction?
Attempted abduction. They couldn't prove the thing. I was acquitted. Besides, the whole thing was a frame-up, just like this is.
And who is framing you, as you call it?
You are. It's all a pack of lies!
Mr. Ioannidis, what do you think?
Take him to the square and shoot him.
Hang him. Shooting is too good for him.
He is a kidnapper. He should die.
No. You can't mean it.
Oh, but they do mean it, Aristides. You should hear what they did to collaborators during the war.
What are we waiting for?
Yes, there has been enough talk.
He should die.
No! No, you can't!
We can, and we will.
Look! I'm innocent! I swear I am! Look, don't hurt me! I'm innocent!
Hold it! There's one way you can prove your innocence.
How?
You pay the ransom money for Sophia.
That's all I have.
Not quite.
That's a trick. I'm not gonna pay. No, all right, wait! I'll pay. The money's in my room and a camera.
Get it, Nico. Mr. Ioannidis, you'll take the money to the excavation site alone. The rest of you, you wait outside. And if Sophia's harmed, I promise you, is all yours. Very narrow escape, Aristides.
That's a trick. Frame him up.
I know. But which would you prefer? To face the villagers or Joe Martin of Athens?
Sophia!
Hello, Papa.
Are you all right?
Yes, of course I am.
Professor, what is the meaning of this? What is going on?
It's rather an elaborate plot, I'm afraid.
You'd better sit down, Papa. It's a long story and I have to start right from the beginning.
What do you mean, you know she's safe?
She's playing cards with the professor.
You set up this whole deal. It is a frame-up. Well, let me tell you something, Templar. These hicks with the guns, they don't frighten me. I'll get the money back.
I doubt that very much.
Just wait.
You arranged to get everybody out of the hotel, so Gorgo could break open that safe.
You can't prove that. Ever.
I know. So I took certain precautions.
Such as?
Well, if you'll forgive me, I took the liberty of telling Gorgo a great deal about you. I explained that you were a two-faced, double-crossing heel. A liar and a cheat. Oh, he was quite upset. In fact, he promised to do something about it. And what do you know? He did.
What do you mean?
Take a look. Haven't much choice, have you, Aristides? Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
That guy's a maniac. He's a killer. He really is. Well, Templar, you gotta give me my gun.
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't do that.
That guy's gonna kill me!
Probably.
What'll I do?
Get out of town.
Pass that mob!
There's a door through the kitchen. You can get out of the village the back way. You can be on the highway to Athens in 20 minutes. Aristides, Martin's on his way in. I don't know how long I can stall him.
Hi.
Hi.
Is there a guy named Corrales staying here? Aristides Corrales.
What a shame. You just missed him. He left for Lucanus an hour ago. But if you hurry, you might catch up with him.
Thanks. My daughter is safe. There's no need for any violence. It has all been a misunderstanding. Now, all of you, please go quietly to your homes. Mr. Templar, my daughter has told me everything.
She's a very truthful girl. And beautiful, too.
You and she arranged this between you.
Oh, it was my idea. I deserve the credit.
You got the money from Aristides dishonestly.
That's debatable.
Mr. Templar, he wants to give it back.
Be quiet, Sophia. I will not keep money that has been obtained by extortion.
But Aristides stole from you.
2 wrongs do not make a right, Sophia. I will deduct the money that Aristides owes me and return the rest.
Now, that will be difficult.
Why?
You see, I had a long talk with Aristides, and I convinced him of the evil of his ways. He manifested a genuine desire to reform. And I think he meant it, because he left you the money as a gift.
Left it?
Yes. Yes, he's gone. He said you were to have the money as an outright present.
Aristides said that?
On one condition. That you give the hotel to Sophia and to Nico, so they can get married, and you buy the vineyard.
But I can't believe it. How could so evil a man suddenly become so generous?
Well, you see, I have a very good influence on people. I really do. That's why they call me the saint.